and welcome back to Ohio and American Life Farming. We are taking our TLX Phoenix truck up to the shop on this very, very wet early autumn day because I was hoping to get a couple of contracts done. We are on the second day of autumn. And yeah, was very much hoping we were going to get some contracts done today, but turns out that it's going to be wet, so that's going to prevent us from doing that. So I'm going to unfold my trailer here because down here we're not come down to pick up bales. I thought there's a job we can do in the rain that will allow us to move things forwards. Also, it means we pick up our last bit of kit. And that is going to be something we need to price up before we go and borrow a little bit of money. But here we go. In here, we're going to pick up a forage harvester, specifically a John Deere 9000 series. And so this is going to be a nice little addition, I think, for us. We've got given the size, I could go with a long pipe. It's going to be an extra 8,000 to do that. Yeah. Considering what we're going to be using it with, a long pipe is probably a good idea. Michelin, I think, is a good choice. I quite like those with the wide tires. GPS, yes. Engine setup. We're gonna, if we, well, I think we might have to go with 900. So 412,000 or 21,037 to lease. I think we might lease this. First year, I'm very much thinking a leasing of it is going to be a better way to go. We already have a loan that is 1.2 million. I don't think we can go beyond 1.5. So yeah, leasing it is how we're going to go. We are going to have to borrow 10,000 to get the header as well. But we should be able to lease the harvester we want and get the header we want as well. So let's add that in. Long pipe, Michelin, yes to the GPS. I think a 9800 engine setup will do as well. So let's, because it's going to be fairly wet crop we're working on. So we'll lease that. Yes, please. Okay, and then to go with that, we're going to need ourselves a header. So under forage harvester headers, we've got this option up here. Yeah, the John Deere, that needs to go with the 9000 series. Should do us fine and should be pretty much spot on for what we want. And that is another 6,150. So yeah, perfect for what we're after. Yes, please. And then those are sitting there. And I've brought the truck up here because I thought that was a better way to transport this back than driving it along the road. So let's get that onto here. This should work, with our corn that isn't totally ripe. We're doing this slightly ahead of it actually being ripe. And in the rain, because it doesn't matter so much that it's wet, but might even aid a little bit in our in our fermentation process. I need to take that a little bit more carefully. Let's go here and lift that. There we go. That might help a little bit getting on here. I think if I come here, I can go. Yeah, we've got this front wheel on the header that pushes us off to the side as we're going up. And it's making it a bit difficult. I think, actually, better idea. Let's reverse this onto here. Seeing as this wheel is causing us so much issue. BCA still being a little bit picky and difficult. Right, and we'll back it on. This does move quickly. Wow, I might even have to actually get our trailer updated to get the sideboards out, because I'm not sure we have enough width to take this. There we are. Again, We're on that rolling wheel at the front. Wow, yeah, we do not look at that. Okay. So, to get this to work a little bit better, what we'll do is we'll fold this up and in. No, other way. There we go. So fold that up, and we'll have to get the sideboards out on this. Best way to do that is just to back it into the shed over here. Bring it round. It's a little bit of faffing around at this point, but I kind of like to take you guys through this process of trying to get everything set up and get everything working. So, and show you where everything is. Now, a lot of people have asked me, why is my shop different from the released version on console? And I believe it's to do with, stop that reversing, I believe it's to do with this. I have a feeling that this here actually works in here and it has a script on it. So as a result, you can't actually have this building on here because that is all part of it. So yeah, it does cause a problem from that point of view. Now we should be able to go Mudgar's extras, side rails, log poles, no, extensions. Yeah, we want the extensions that we can fold out. Customize. Oh wow, that's an extra 3,000 for that. But we should be able now to unfold the extensions. Connect that back up. And we have a look in here. Unfold trailer. Yeah, there we go. So that then gives us extensions out the side. Will help the whole thing run. So we'll fold those in so that we can get out the door easily. And then that will just make everything run that little bit better. Right, there we go. And unfold back. Now we should be able to lift, I think if I just push this bit down, I should be able to get... No, I have already extended that up, so that hopefully now gives us a little bit less of a steep gradient to put this on. Oh, and we need to unfold it, of course. So unfold those. There we go. Into the right vehicle and back. And then with any luck, we should have a little bit easier time getting this. Yeah, it definitely lifts. That wheel on the front of this header definitely lifts everything off. But now our harvester is not going to fall off the sides, which is good news. So get that onto there. Straighten it up. Like so. Off, handbrake on, and get the trailer back up. Yeah, and drop it down at the front. Like that, so that it's nice and flat. We're a little bit wide, so we will put our beacons on. And we'll head off and get this all back to the farm. I really must get the wheel chocks mod. That has shifted about quite a bit during transport. It's still on there, thankfully, but I think what we'll do is we'll just pull this into here. We've got other bits and pieces that we want to get in here anyway. Stop this and unfold the back so that we can get that out. It is sort of jumping about all over the place a little bit. And then I want to raise that so that we're not quite such a steep angle. And hopefully this should come off here fairly easily. Yeah, you can see how much we're off to the side. Forwards. Turn. Gonna have to reposition myself a little bit. But off the back, and doing well. Now my thought here, and part of the reason why I'm doing this rather than going and buying lots more bales for our cows to feed them with, is because I basically think we have a huge amount of silage sitting there in the field that we can deal with and we can get in. And if we can do that, then what we'll be able to do is feed the cows fairly well. It won't be TMR, which is what my preference would be, but it will be a very nice amount of silage that we can continually feed them with, and then we can work on getting some straw after that. No, not some straw, sorry, some hay after that, just to top things up. And hay, of course, is a lot cheaper than silages, so it makes sense for us to buy the hay in and get the silage, at least until we have some alfalfa. And looking at our map, I don't think our alfalfa in field 10 has started to grow yet. It's a weird time of year, but yeah, it's still, I have no idea whether that alfalfa is ever going to grow. It might switch after this, or it might be a case that we need to get it working. But either way, I need to get alfalfa into those 3 fields to start generating that hay for us to then not be spending money doing things with our with the cows to keep them fed. Oh, I'm making a meal of this. We'll be all right. There we go. We're going to use our lorry and our trailer to cart with this. It should run behind fairly well. Unpack that then. Turn this off. We've got some fairly good tyres on both this and the trailer. And despite the wet, I think we're going to be okay. So hook this up over here. Like so. Hook this into there. Like that. And in fact, the rain is stopping, which is great news. So let's go and take this up to the field, get this set up, and then we're going to be in a position where we can get the trailer going round behind us, and we'll be able to get a whole load of silage into our setup. So let's bring this over here. I'm just gonna drop the front bit off. Don't know, can I? No, I've got to do that from here, I think. There we go. Take off the support frame. We're gonna let the support frame down at the shop, to be honest. Right. And then unfold. Oh, we've not connected up all our pipes and everything here. I think that's everything. There we are. Nice big head on this as well. Should work really well for us. We're going to cut into the field a little bit first. Oh, start the combine threshing. Yes, because we're using the combine experience mod. So start that going as well. And look, that is working perfectly. So in here, we now want to set up a course play course for this field. Course generation, field 13. Headlands, I'm going to give us, I think 4 headlands, simply because it's a big field and we want to be able to go around fairly easily. I wanted to turn in the corners, 9-meter header, so we've got a nice big header on here, and generate it. And there we go. Nice, yeah, nice big field. And it's going to do up and downs because that will work fairly well for us. So drive course. Right, and that should now wait there, and we can pop back, grab our truck. And having got our truck, we just bring this alongside. 82,000 litres we can put in this. Should mean that we keep going for a fairly good while beside this, and slowly fill it with this. Yeah, every 82,000 litres will be great off here, but it is a case of we're going to go around the whole field at about 4 miles per hour. So I'm gonna have to bring my cruise control down to keep myself alongside it, I think. The wet crop seems to be slowing things down a little bit. We're doing sort of 3 to 4 kilometers per hour, but we are filling up fairly quickly. I mean, we've made it not even halfway around this field for our first load. Going on to the railway line a little bit, see if we can come off there. But yeah, so it's going to be an awful lot here, as we knew it was going to be. I think it might be wise for us to just back this trailer into the workshop quickly, add the sideboards onto it, and get ourselves up to over 100,000 litres per trailer, just to get us that little bit further on the field and emptying that little less often. Extra 20,000 litres, you know, adding sort of a fifth to this is probably going to help. My plan is very much to fill these clamps here and then go and fill the BGA if we find we need to. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to bring this over here and we're going to just tip this here like this. Up it goes. And yeah, then we'll back up onto this each time and just fill more. But these are going to be some very full clamps, and that is pulling that straight off the ground. I think we're going to have to pull forward a little bit while we're doing this in order to actually just not lift the entire trailer off the ground. But 82,000 litres dropped off. That is immense. And I might have to move my combine before I can do this. Needed somewhere to store it where it wasn't in the way. Turns out it's in the way. With the combine out of the way, we can just get this reversed into here, get the sideboards on it, and increase our capacity a little bit more, make it a bit better. So yeah, what do you guys think to my silaging setup? Do you think this is a good setup? Do you like how I'm doing this? Where's my... oh, is it inside my trailer? Can I get... it's right in the middle of this. I can't get at it from here. Let's bring this forward, take it over to the side slightly, see if I can get a better piece of positioning to actually be able to work on it. And then we can get it back out there. Yeah, there we go. That works better. So into here, customize it. And I want to increase my capacity ever so slightly. So configuration is the extension. You can go to ridiculous size, which is 250,000, but I want to keep things real. I mean, you guys know me. This is as realism as I can get. That did not take effect. Customize. Do I have enough money to add this? Let's check. It's an extra 9,000. We don't. So, yeah, we're going to stick with what we've got because 9,000 is not what I want to borrow more money for. Just to save myself a couple of trips. Coming to the end of our first headland, and yeah, we've done one other full trailer full. We're getting very close to another full trailer for the end of this row. In fact, I think we'll probably have it just after we finish here. Right, we'll let that stop and turn. But yeah, that is 240,000 litres of chaff off just a first headland, which is a crazy amount of chaff off here. I don't think I've ever worked with this much chaff in farm sim before, which is incredible. It is taking me a little while to get this done and make sure I stay out of the way of my harvester, because obviously it's positioning itself. But yeah, 95% here. We should get a little bit off this row. Ooh, where are you going? Oh yeah, you're going in and around and into your second headland. And yeah, it's gonna fill this up fairly quickly. Really, really good though. You know, we are going to have more than enough chaff, more than enough silage to A, feed the cows, and then B, make some money off it. Although speaking of that, we did not make anywhere near as much money as I hoped off the slurry last time. I just realised we had 28,000 when we started today. It was what allowed us to mostly hire our harvester. We only made, if we have a look down here, 23,883. We made more from contracts over the past few days than we made off here. So yeah, the slurry does not make us a huge amount of money. It will generate us a load of digestate and save us a load of money that way. But yeah, it doesn't make a massive amount of money. I'm hoping the silage will make us a little bit more. Although overall, to be honest, the way we are expecting to make money off this farm more than anything else is the sale of the cows. Once we start selling some of the beef cows off, we should start making a fair amount of cash. And so, yeah, very much hoping that that is going to be the case still. We're a little bit of an angle here, which means this is not going to stay as a straight run. Let's just reposition that a little bit, get the last little bit in the right place. But yeah, we are going to generate a huge amount of chaff. I mean, this line we have that is filling this side, this is just the first headland. We're going to be well on our way to filling this silage clamp just off the headlands, which is an exceptional amount of chaff, of maize chaff to get off here. Absolutely brilliant. So we're going to continue round, get this filled up a bit more. I was toying with the idea of starting to prepare our sunflower field, but we need to get some digestate onto that ideally. So yeah, we'll see where we go from here. I think it's just going to be a long old journey getting this filled up with chaff and continuing to work this field. We're coming to the end of the third headland and our 8th trailer full. This is going to send us well over 600,000 litres of this. We've had the rain on and off all day, but now it seems to be off again, which is good. I don't know if it's going to stay off the rest of the day. I kind of would like it to. I'm a slight worry that we're not going to get all of this done today. I'd be surprised if we got all of this field done. Because it is taking a little while. We've got a single 9-meter cutter header and a single trailer, so there's lots of time that we're not spending on the field doing stuff. But we should get all the headlands out today at the very least. But the next game day, I would really, really like to get a couple of contracts done that we've taken. There's also the possibility that our soybeans will be ready as well. With the weather looking as it is towards the end of the year, it's not looking overly favourable to us getting a massive amount of time to do any of those. So getting the combine out there and doing stuff will be useful. Let's see if we can keep our trailer from getting caught up on our big pile. But yeah, how much have we got in here? 620,000 litres, 632,000 litres. That is so much chaff that we're going to turn silage, and this is just off the headlands. I mean, this is not a small amount we're getting off this field. Really good. I think doing 4 headlands, what we're going to find is we've got about half the field left when they're completed. So we're probably looking at 14, well, actually that would be 1.4 million litres of chaff off here, which is not a small amount. That is going to keep us going for a very, very long time, and hopefully give us something with which we can feed our cows with for quite a bit as well. So yeah. We will get our 4th headland off here. We'll see where we are, and if we're lucky, we may be able to get ourselves into doing the rest of this field depending on how many rows there are that this harvester needs to do to complete it. We're coming to the end of our 4th headland, and we've now had 2 more trailer fulls off this last one and another 41% here. I'm kind of wondering what our yield is looking like on this field. So let's just have a quick look in here and have a look at, yeah, the yield there. Look at that, down that right hand side there. That is just 125% is just brilliant. Where we've got the other where we've got the sort of the silty clay down there, that is giving us less, but even the sandy loam at the moment is producing fairly well. Yeah, we've got 100% yield on the sandy loam, so it's all really good, and really nice to see this kind of level of output on here. It is only 16:37 in the day on here. You might notice though that our money has taken a nosedive. That is because we are well past our first hour with our harvester. But I want to have a quick look and see how many rows that harvester has on it before it continues. So let's just click on here. And we've got a few rows. Yeah, we've got quite a fair whack of field with this. So it's going to be an interesting setup. And in fact, that is just driving straight down to the other end of the field. So I'm going to go and catch that up in the Phoenix, and then we can get cracking on getting the main body of this field out. And I think it'll be maybe not quite so long as the other bits to get this out, but I really would like to knock this field out today, because if I can, that is going to open us up to a whole load of opportunities next time. Coming up to 6 PM in game, and we are 99% full. In fact, there we go. We're 100% full there, and I think it's a case of we're going to be running a little bit long if I go much further. So let's stop the driver, save the course, chaff, F. Oh, what field are we on? We are on field number 13. Yeah, look at how much we still have to go today. So save, chaff, F13. So we'll save that and stop this one. And then we're going to head back with this full load of chaff in here. I'm going to tip this. Really quite pleased with what we're getting on this field though. I think we must be on nearly, if not actually, 1 million litres off here now, which is just absolutely brilliant. I mean, it's going to make a massive difference to us. Our cows, while looking a little bit rough at the moment, they require nearly 2 million litres of food a year, for a year's worth of feed. So we have got an awful lot of feed we need to get up here. Just thinking about how many bales that would be, it's going to be quite good to have a very large amount off here. So let's get this backed up and in here. It's a huge amount of food that we would have to keep buying otherwise. But yeah, we're going to have to sell some of this to buy in hay for mixed rations. But that's not a problem, actually. The thing to realise with that, of course, is that we can sell the silage for more than we can buy the hay. So try and get this up on top. Always works out better for us if we do that. Dip that up there. And it'll pile it up there. Need to think about how I'm going to level this in the near future. After we finish this field next time, I'm going to need to get a tractor on here to level. I think we're also going to see if we can do something about the alfalfa fields. Now, knowing that the ones in its harvested state is not going to change and not going to regrow, we've got that to deal with as well. But all in all, I'm pretty happy with this. We are up to 92, sorry, 929,000. So one more load off this field is going to send us over the million. We are halfway to being able to just feed the cows on the silage though, so that's pretty cool. I'm gonna leave this here though because it's 6 p.m. in game, and otherwise this is going to be a very long video, so all that remains is for me to say thank you for watching. I hope you enjoyed this video. Please give it a like, drop us a comment, give it a share, and don't forget to subscribe to the channel for all the latest videos from Virtual Farmer, and I will see you next time. Goodbye.